Episode of either Ian is a weirdo or Ian is weird, depending on which channel you're watching this on. If you follow both of my channels, you probably just got two notifications, so sorry about that. I don't know if I will be like cross streaming in the future. I just wanted to give it a try because Restream apparently has the capabilities of doing that. So excited to give this a try. And so if you missed my catching you up on my journey through a residential treatment facility for my mental illness, all of that is in that video. It cut off like right there at the end because my computer died, but we're plugged in today. She's working a little slow, so if my laptop combusts into flames, I apologize. And like I'm working on an old laptop. I have very limited resources, and getting stuff on my phone is always iffy. So I hope that this works. Today I am very yellow. Didn't plan this out. I just picked what I knew was clean. I need to do a bunch of laundry coming back from treatment because I had laundry to do before I left for treatment, and then I have the laundry from treatment. So today I'm all yellow, no eyebrows, as you can see, very covered in acne because I didn't have access to my face wash while I was in treatment. So it is what it is. This is what you get. If you see me going like this a lot, it's because it's fucking hot. Like it is hot. Um, so let me show you before I get started on my Packer orders. Welcome in. Um, Before I get started on my Packer orders, I saying you're so matchy today. Yeah, I didn't plan it, but it just worked out. I'm very yellow today. So I'm going to show off some of my more recent projects, things that I've been working on. I thought I was going to be able to work on my Packers while I was there, but it was just kind of a tough situation, like getting my yarn and the materials that I needed because you had to ask for them specifically. And I didn't have access to my phone most of the time, so it was a little tricky to actually kind of get things going. So I'm behind on two orders, but I had sent the people messages because they had ordered before I put my Etsy on vacation mode. My Etsy is no longer on vacation mode. So if you are interested in anything like that, feel free to go check that out. Um, uh, but I have two orders that uh, were placed before. I sent everyone who had outstanding orders messages, just kind of filling them in. I just said I had a medical emergency, and that it was things were going to be later than expected, and I was like, I can offer a refund or anything if this doesn't work for you, but didn't get any messages back from the people that have outstanding orders. So we're just going to try to get them done as quickly as possible. Obviously, we want high quality going out the door. One thing I did before I left is I did this, I think it's a Kumihomo bag, basically a Japanese knot bag. And I made it in some beautiful Halloween colors. It is called the Zigzag Popcorn Stitch. I learned it from my stitch book, and then I just applied it to um, like roughly to the pattern that Bag a Day um, did when I just basically just took the idea of the handles from when she did her bag, which was gorgeous. I really like this bag. It's a little small because I kind of didn't know what I was going to make when I started making it. So it's a little bit smaller than I guess most like tote bags that I would use, but still cute, still functional, great for holding, smaller books and things like that. Go to a coffee shop, have your little spooky bag. I think it's great. It does have the holes are quite large and having tough to show, but because it's such kind of like a meshy pattern, anything like pens or crochet hooks will probably slip through. So you want to make sure you have those um, in like a case or bag or something like that. So that they don't slip through. But I have the pattern for this on my shop or in my shop. I I tried to price it fairly. I've never it was my first time publishing a written pattern of mine. I'm working on other patterns, but yeah, so it was my kind of my first time doing it. So I think the price is fair. I did a promotion in September, and I think that I'm gonna continue it. uh, I'm I'm kind of up in the air about whether or not I'm going to continue it into October. Um, Anywho, I made some flowers. I was going to make a bouquet for my wife, but the only colors I could remember that I brought were like Halloween colors. So I feel like I just like it's too like garish. I don't know how you pronounce that word. It's just too like it's not like the soft pretty that I wanted to like show. So I might do this again. It really reminds me of like a magnolia kind of leaf, kind of petal. And then this was just like freehand, just fucking doing whatever. So so yeah, I freehanded a lot of stuff when I was there. And then I made a little piece of lavender on pipe cleaner. Mamba, you had the great suggestion of using a dowel. I really like that, and I'm definitely gonna use that in the future. But I just did a bunch of kind of freehand shit um, with this. And then the other flower I made is smaller. The thing was like it's like because you had to ask like the nurses for scissors because scissors weren't readily available, which is standard for any like psych place. But like because the petals were so like like you do a petal and you cut it off and then like, eventually you'll sew it all together. It was just really annoying to have to get the nurses to cut this for me. And then I have a little pipe cleaner that's metallic gold in the center. But again, it's not the vibe. It's not the romantic vibe that I was hoping for. So at least I have like a pattern to start with. And then the final thing, this is definitely not complete. I need more yarn. My card got hacked. I didn't know if I mentioned that or not, or if I was cut off. Um, but my card got hacked, so my account. I'm still waiting for my new debit card. So this is the I think they called it like the crazy Pico mesh or some shit like that. And I kind of adjusted it to be a little bit more like mossy, to look, and it ended up looking kind of like a ghillie net or whatever it's called. I really don't know. I just when I saw it, I was like, oh yeah. When I like held it up, I was like, oh yeah, that definitely looks like that. But it's very soft, very breathable. This is one skein of big twist value. So I haven't done measurements on it yet because I mean it's not done yet. So but I think it'll be a nice wrap, and then I want to learn some increases and decreases, or I'll just make up some increases and decreases so that, and then maybe I'll put that pattern up on Etsy. I don't know. We'll see what I actually get to in doing all of this. But priority today is working on packers. Um, Now, packers usually take me about 3 hours, I think, to make if I'm like super focused. So hopefully we can get some super focus today. Um, of course, I'm using a Halloween cup. This is one of my favorites. I got it from Marshall's. Little vampire, little devil, Grim Reaper. I love this Grim Reaper. I think that's my favorite. A little ghosty, a little witch, this one actually might be my favorite. I really like this little pumpkin head. Love this cup. It's bone china, which is stronger than like porcelain. So they're really tough, really resilient. The only thing is they do stain. So having like coffee stain, if you drink coffee out of it or tea, you're gonna have stains in it, which kind of sucks, but it's just the inside of the cup. So, anywho, let's get this party started and find this yarn. So, as most of you know, my packers are my best-selling product that I have on Etsy. Um, what I started to do, especially because I was traveling, is I got some berets, or barrettes, I don't know, whatever you call them. But they're metal and they hold your ends really well. And I'd seen a bunch of people doing them, and I never got around to buying them until I was like, okay, my yarn's going to be like a huge mess um, if I don't do this. Hi, Johnny. Welcome in. Welcome in. Today I am making a packer, or hopefully two packers. We'll see what we get done today. Um, for those of you who don't know, a packer is, in simplest terms, it's a prosthetic penis. But basically, its effect is it you put it in your underwear and it gives you a bulge. And so I make these for a lot of people who are in the community who are either most people who get them fall under the trans umbrella of either being like a trans man, or maybe they're genderqueer or gender fluid, or however they identify. As long as if they want to bulge in their pants, I can provide that for them. um, so I'm using a 4-weight yarn. For this one, I'm using the color Psychedelic. This is peaches and cream. I usually get the sugar in the, what is it called? Is it sugar and cream? I don't even know anything anymore. I've totally forgot everything I've ever done. I've like lost all muscle memory to like do shit. I was like, I was like staring at the coffee pot today for like 10 minutes, like, how do I make coffee again? It was kind of sad. If you want this packer pattern, if you are a crocheter, in the description of this video, I put the Google Doc link. It is not my pattern. It is a pattern that I pattern tested for, and then the person who made it wanted it to be uh, accessible and free to other people to use. So if you want to start making packers, the pattern is there for you. You don't have to make up a pattern by yourself. Um, the only thing that I change from the pattern is the filling. And I just made an adjustment to the Etsy link, because normally, or before, I was packing them really, really full. I wasn't packing like the scrotum part very full, but I was packing the shaft. Yes, I am trans. Um, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know what that means. I don't know what docs means. So yeah, if you could tell me what that means, that would be cool. Hello. Oh, we have a big old party here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have mostly memorized this pattern because I've done it so many times. I try to keep them very affordable because, you know, not all people are in a position. How long have you been streaming on Twitch? Am I on Twitch right now? I don't even know. I thought I was just streaming on YouTube, but I've been streaming for a couple of years now, ever since. I honestly don't know enough to say anything about that, Bobby. Um, but uh, this is something that I like to provide as a affordable service to my community. Um, and oh, thank you, Johnny, for asking. My pronouns are he, him. Um, And yeah, yeah, I was like, whoa, where are all these people coming from? Usually I have like lower numbers. Um, so, uh, so yeah, I tried cross streaming between my two YouTube pages, but like, I don't even fucking know if I'm on Twitch. Live streamers, Casey is content god, pretty well connected. I mean, like, if if he's cool, I mean, like, I'm always down to collaborate with people. You know, I I mostly do crochet, but I also like to talk about things going on in the community. I try not to keep I try to keep things not very political on my channel because I believe that everyone has the right to form their own opinions, and I only try to speak about things that I feel educated about. Um, and I don't want this channel to become something political. And you might say, well, you're talking about trans rights. Um, that's political. I don't believe it is. I don't believe people living a life that's authentic to themselves and expressing themselves in a way that doesn't hurt themselves or anyone else should is not political to me. So that's just that. So, like I said, if you do crochet and you want this pattern for this packer, and if you want to sell them or donate them to your local like LGBTQ plus like centers and things like that, like you can definitely. Nope, can't see my feet. Um, Although they're pretty cool because I do have tattoos on them, but that's not this type of channel. Um, and so yeah. If you like my vibe, if you like being here, if you like just chatting with me, you can subscribe. Oh, it's cool. I mean, I'm of the mindset it can't hurt to ask. Like I said, like I just it's not it's whatever to me. To me, yeah. Well, there's places on the internet for that for sure. Okay, so I did my first row of single crochets. This is one of my favorite yarns to do packers with because it's such a bright rainbow. It really just gives the effect. The other rainbow that I have, I don't like as much because it's a little bit more muted, and like sometimes the colors like pool in like a weird way that I just don't really like. But I like this one a lot better. So gonna go back. Okay, we're spelling formerly me. Where's the bigot? I don't even like I don't even see that. But like the thing is, look, a lot of shit bothers me in my real life. I've got things going on in my real life. I'm disabled, I'm mentally ill, I'm trans, like literally there if it's not one thing, it's another with me. A lot of things don't bother me. So, and also I love trolls. I might be the only one who does, but like I love trolls because I mean, like they're wasting their time, not mine. What is okay? Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Yeah, we're not gonna have any hate speech in here. Um, because that's just not what I do. Um, okay, so I think that person is gone. Okay, there's another one. Man, people really wasting their time. Like, can you imagine? Can you just fucking imagine people who like whose sole purpose in life apparently is to fucking make other people miserable. Like, I make myself miserable. That's not your job, bitch. Bye. So yeah, we have a I'm just blocking them. I don't have any uh I don't have any moderators because I've never really had any trolls that I couldn't handle. But I'm not gonna subject you or anyone else to this kind of language. So spam me all you want, but like I don't give a shit. I will fucking block your ass. Don't mind me, just fucking people. I literally don't understand the like one letter at a time. Like if you're so adamant about your stupid belief, just fucking write it in a fucking like write it in one. So so it's easier to remove you. Uh yeah, I'm sorry that you all are subjected to this. But the great thing about YouTube is that none of their opinions matter. Like my opinion doesn't even have to matter. Um so I'm cool. I'm cool. So I if you YouTube won't let us, Dumbo. Wow, what a doofus. Oh, hilarious. And do you ever think why YouTube won't let you? Like, does it ever make you go like, maybe I shouldn't do this? Maybe? No? Okay. Yeah, what a waste of time. But yeah, sorry you all are subjected to that. Um, I don't even know why there's like a second thing. Yeah, but you know, that's the perils of being on. At least you're smiling. Yeah, I mean, like the thing is, like, stupid. I've been around stupid people my whole life. Like, yeah, like fucking. I live in the South. I'm from North Carolina. For those of you who don't know, and like, um, this kind of language is unfortunately, you know, part of a lot of things that I've seen in my life. And when people come in and uh, you know, what is I'm gonna look up what doxing. I don't even know. I'm sorry, I'm uninformed. Uh, okay, which is researching and broadcasting private or identifying information about the individual. Okay, yeah, whatever. Hi, Shicey. My pronouns are he, him. Thank you for asking. We need to report them for free speech. These spammers, yeah, Biscuit. The thing is, as much as you might not like pronouns, you actually have them. So, congratulations on something that has existed as long as the English language and many languages before that. So, congratulations on being upset about that. Um, if you're um, if your life is about making other people miserable, get fucked. Sorry, not sorry. Thank you to all the people who have asked my pronouns. I really appreciate it. You know, you know, that's part of the trans experience, right? It's like um, becoming more comfortable. Um, Uh, yeah, I literally don't fuck with that. Because I like to think that I like to put a lot of love out into this world. Um, and I try to show compassion. I try to learn um, two guns, two genders. Right. Okay. Um, well, you have an opinion, and it's wrong, but you have an opinion. Any thoughts on being an absolute abomination? I love it. I love being an abomination. I love making other people uncomfortable because they're closed minded and don't want to learn about the experiences of others. So, this trans person is kind of funny. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not a girl, but thank you. Um, I like I said, I've encountered a lot of hate in my life, and I have a lot of challenges in my personal life, and no person on the internet's gonna fucking get into my skin. Chop it off. Chop what off? Because I am trying to chop some things off of my body. So I actually really like that comment. Yeah, people are gross. um, but yeah, so um, yeah, people come on to when whenever you're, I guess, sharing more than normal. People like to come on and try to rain on your parade, but the thing is, no one can be as mean to me as I can. Don't mutilate yourself. Okay, so how is me living my best life mutilating myself? Do it on a stream. I don't think they'll let me take it into the surgery room. I know you're really interested. Yeah, so that is my personal decision on what I do with my body. Appreciate your concern, but I'll do what I want with my body. Thank you. Also, it's real skin. Um, it is actually a skin graft from your forearm. And they can also take it from your thigh, but they don't like to do that because the thigh skin has more, just like generally more fat. So you kind of end up with this like really thick, oversized. We all have rights to ourselves, absolutely. Going against his word. Oh, did you talk to him recently and ask him that? Yeah, because let's see, two genders is not an opinion in science. You spearhead. Oh my god. Okay, so if you're so involved with science, look up, if you want to do some research, look up the science of chromosomes, um, and the fact that um, the whole XX, XY, and that's all there is actually scientifically false. So there's your science, one. Um, two, why does it bother you so much? Like, just think about it. Like, I'm not, you don't have to type it in. I don't give a shit. Think about it. Why does it bother you so much what other people do? Like, is your life that boring? I'm just saying. God made man and woman. Go and get his word. You have to answer him one day. Okay, right. A bullet is less effort. Oh, right. Okay. You are correct. But that's not what I want. Yeah, so I've done my research, Fat Daddy, and I'm gonna do what's right for me. So thank you again. Let's see. Did I bleach my hair and go into a chlorinated pool? No, that would have been cheaper than what I did. I bought hair dye that's yellow. Believe it or not, it exists. Um, if it's all real, you will have to answer to God in the end, blah, 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 made a mockery of his creation. If he created me exactly as he wanted to, or she, or it, whatever, um, then why do I, um, then why would he put me in a position where I had these feelings? Um, why would he make the times evolve where people were more accepting? And again, why is my life bothersome to you? Why is my eternal damnation bothering you? You seem like you need a hobby. I suggest crocheting. Do. So many trolls, it's pretty fun. Do you hold pockets? I don't know what that means. Um, yep, taking the W. Yep, that's me. These are sad, boring people. Scientific people of you are proof. Okay, so you're speaking for everybody now. Okay. Okay, I see how it is. Um, uh, but I'm not gonna. I yeah. Um, let's see. Uh, I don't care what society is sick of. At one point in time, society was sick of people of color. At one time, and still, people are tired of dealing with women's problems. So maybe society needs to evolve, or the society that you view needs to evolve to not give a shit about anyone else's business. Mind your own. That's it. Literally shaking. Oh my gosh. Your life is so hard. We should make gay pride all the wrong. For me, it is. Yeah. So tranny is a derogatory term, just so you know. Um, uh, and yeah, just so you know. Um, Transgender is the proper term. Reading the comments. We don't normalize schizophrenia. And Casper, you are giving me the giggles. Okay, so here's the thing with mental illness. So first of all, transgender people, that's not a mental illness. Um, just so you know, recognized by uh, the powers that be in the psychology and psychiatry field. So one, you're wrong. Two, people do have mental illnesses, and they are people who deserve love, respect, kindness, compassion, just like the rest of society. People have mental illnesses, and it's not that they're normalized, it's that and truly they aren't. As someone who is mentally ill, and I have, like fucking half the DSM on me, a it's not a it's not normalized, but is there treatment for it? Is there help for it? Is there support for it? Are there people out there who are compassionate to the struggles of others? Absolutely. So maybe you need to reevaluate what you think about society, because I just think you're wrong, frankly. Uh, okay, not a girl, Joe Blow. Thank you very much. Also, I don't like licorice. Paul Danino hates gays. No idea who that is. Don't care. Anyone can hate gays. That's not my bad shit would happen. That's what's gonna happen here if you sick people normalize your mental illness. Now you want to mutilate yourself. If I was mutilating myself, the medical system would not let me do it. I am doing what is right for me and my mental well-being. And again, you should assess why me being happy makes you so sad. right? This is actually pretty hilarious. I'm having a good time. Real Christians shouldn't be belittling people on the internet. Holding pockets mean you're a prison bitch. Uh, okay. Okay. I don't. I don't know what to say to that. Sit the stream off and cry. That's what you think. I think that trans people, queer people, are more resilient than a lot of people give them credit for. But you know, some people are in a state in their transition where they are very vulnerable and they can't take stuff like this, and that's why I'm so adamant about advocating for myself and advocating for my community because um, you know, it's important. These people are out here, and some people don't have the support they need. And it's trolls like this who make people's lives harder. And I'll never understand why someone would spend so much time trying to be mean. I just don't understand. And I'm not a super nice person, but like I don't fucking get off on making other people miserable or trying. I'm a real man with dense bones, real man muscle structure. You're a fraud. I'm beating your ass before you tell my okay. Bring it on, bitch. Do you have liquor? Yes, I do. Not gonna drink it right now. Thank you. Vodka. Take every pill in your house. Wow, great advice. Are you a doctor? Didn't think so. Tequila, rum. Okay, you're just like naming liquors. Troons, don't know what that means, but it's probably bad. Um, do you have J cuppers? Uh, don't know what that means. Taking shots of liquor for money. Can you set that up for us? I'd love to donate. That's not my theme, but thank you for offering me money. Um, they will find our bones to. Okay, yeah. Okay, you're right. Like my bones will read female. Um, so I don't know if any of you watched the TV show or watched the TV show Bones. It's a great show, super fun to watch. Lots of action and gets very nitty gritty into the details. So they found this body one time and they identified the body as someone who was assigned male at birth, right? And so then later on, they found out that this person actually identified as female and lived their life as a female. And so they changed, and these are people who are heavily invested in science, and they changed their language to start referring to this person as a female. And they said if this person lived a life as a female, then we will, like in death, they will be a female. So I really like that. I didn't know how they were going to handle that because they're so science minded, and some people who are believe that they are science minded are very closed off to trans issues and things like that. But they handled it really well, and I thought that was really cool. So yes, my bones might read that way, but I'll be dead, so I won't give a shit. But just for goodness sake, I'm just gonna block you because you're saying stupid shit. I bet you do. Don't know what that means. Um, Blameless also thinks she's a girl. Well, then, yeah. I mean, but the thing is, like, even, even you saying thinks she's a girl, you use the pronoun she, right? And that means that you you called her the pronoun that she wants. Like, it's that easy. Like, it's that easy. People think it's fucking rocket science. It's not. It's literally just like, okay, Do what feels right for you. Easy. Logical. You, you won't realize we are right until it's too late. Oh, boo hoo. Yeah, it's too late. Yeah, get a life. Do you know who Handsome Truth is? I do not. Please let me know. We don't choose our DNA. True, but like I said, look at the science of chromosomes. Um, they can force. Uh, See, the thing is, I can't force anyone to um, believe that I'm a man. I can't force anyone. I can't force anyone to believe I'm a fucking birthday clown. I can't force anyone to believe anything. The only way that someone believes something if they internally change that belief in themselves. So stop forcing your religion and your beliefs down my throat because I decide what goes down my throat. I'm super happy. Honestly, like I and this is like fucking real talk. Like I'm being honest with you all. Like this is the happiest I've been. And um my journey into finding myself took longer than some people and shorter than other people. Um but there's this thing, so a lot of people have heard of gender dysphoria. It's when you feel like you're not right with your body. Your body doesn't match your brain, right? And discounting the impact and the importance of the brain's function in living life is stupid because without a brain, you don't function. But um, it is there's a quote that I really like that's the sign of the telltale sign of being trans is not experiencing gender dysphoria necessarily. So you don't have to feel like you're wrong in your body, but experience gender euphoria, experiencing that like rush and that thrill when someone calls you the right pronoun or someone calls you by your chosen name. It is a feeling that, like, I think that trans people are lucky in one sense that they get to experience this euphoria that is so overwhelming. Like I have goosebumps right now talking about it. I am happy living my life like this. I didn't always know that this is where I'd end up, but I am so happy and seeing the changes in my body, preparing for other changes in my body, that makes me so excited for the future. And as someone who deals with mental illness, the future is often very bleak. But I seriously am so happy. And I anyone who is feeling those feelings, um, like I wish them to feel that same euphoria because it changed my life. Seriously, ill viewers. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're not gonna get into that, so don't be a dick. Do do do. Fun fact, you're not special. Well, you spelled your wrong, so congratulations, you're not special either. And I don't think I'm special. You assumed that I thought I was special. That's on you, not me. This is why we all laugh at you. Actually, people don't usually laugh at me. The all-inclusive crowd mocking us for mental illness. Yeah, figures. Okay, yeah. Well, you know what? Um, okay, whatever. Like, you think that that's gonna fucking bother me? get a life. Like I said, do some fire sales. Do you have a Discord? I don't have a Discord. All my links are in the description below. Um, and yeah, Blade was the biggest shroom. Oh, I don't know what that means. TV show. Okay, you're sleeping. Congratulations. Baphomet is male and female. I did not know that. Interesting. Okay, this person is still sleeping, but they're sleep typing. And what's cool okay. Can you identify as someone with no tongue so we don't have to listen to you speak? Ooh, okay. How do I answer this one? One, you have these like violent fantasies of other people hurting themselves, but you talk about me not mutilating myself, so that's interesting. So you might want to check that one out. And then I don't I um you are on my YouTube page. So like you fuck off. Like it's my YouTube page. If you don't like it, go suck a dick. I don't give a shit. Okay, still sleeping, blah blah blah. Take some shots. I have done drinking episodes where I made like spooky drinks and stuff like that. Um, I have done that before. I don't often like to drink on camera because I know not everybody drinks, and alcoholism is very prominent in my family. So I'm very subtle with. I'm not a. I drink like occasionally, but I'm not a huge drinker. If I'm being honest. Pronoun semantics is psychological warfare. You have no fucking idea what psychological warfare is. You have no fucking idea. I'm just gonna fucking call you out right now. John Doe, appropriate name. If that bothers you so much, evaluate yourself first. Playmate Tessie, really. I don't know what TTD means. I feel like you're a troll too, so. Also, this is a restream and they are not reacting to this chat. Actually, it's streamed onto YouTube. Oh, shit. It's streamed onto YouTube, so, well, actually, human beings have more cognition than any other animal on Earth. There are animals that do switch genders when they actually they switch sexes. They do switch sexes. So the concept of gender is separate from sex, separate from biological sex. So um, you know that's that's just different. Um, so, yeah, like, humans have more cognition power. They have the prefrontal cortex, which is there for complex thought. And then we can use that complex thought to be the person we want to be. Like, I don't understand why anybody cares how I live my life. It's kind of hilarious that people give a shit. Because if I wasn't trans and if I wasn't queer, like, you wouldn't be here. Like, so, like, evaluate, like, why you feel the need to bring other people down to feel better about yourself. Your low self-esteem is toxic. So check yourself in the mirror. Okay, we're gonna remove that biscuit because any generalization about any kind of people is just inherently wrong. But if you treat people like they don't deserve quality of life and the decision to make the right to make decisions for themselves, then you are an oppressor. So congratulations. Humans went thousands of years without. Actually, that's not true. Nope, that's actually not true at all. There's been transgender people. I believe. I can't quite remember the first trans person that they have discovered, but it goes back more than 100 years. So, medical industry, trans surgery, it's a ploy to brainwash and make money. Yeah. Yeah. When I finally got to decide how I wanted to be happy and live my life, it definitely was someone else making the decision for me. I wasn't capable of making the decision by myself. And the medical industry is fucked anyways. So, I mean, I could talk for days about how fucked the medical industry is because I used to work in insurance. So there's so much more than most people realize is fucked up. So, wow, I finally got to the end of that. I mean, I'm sure someone will say something in like 2 seconds, but yeah. What a waste of time, right? Like, seriously, you're wasting your time. Okay. Okay, so you're telling me to live how I want. It's fine. So you just told me I could do whatever I want. But then you're telling me that I have to live this other way that's not me. Why don't you live um as something you're not? Why don't you just go live like that? You think changing genders um and like and and this transition is easy for people? You think it's fun for people? You think it's fun? What's wrong with being a masculine female? Nothing, but I'm not one. Congratulations. There you go. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being a masculine female, but I am not one. I am a man. I don't know what you want me to tell you. And you have probably interacted with trans people who passed, and you didn't even realize it. Most people have. So you only go for the people who don't pass, like me, um, to to make their lives miserable, to make them feel like they made a bad call in making themselves happy. And if you have a problem with other people being happy, I mean, can you be helped? I don't know. That sounds like a big personality flaw to me. There's nothing wrong with being masculine female, but I'm not one. I'm a man. So do whatever you want with that information. But why is it concerning? Like, think about it. Why is it concerning to you what I do with my body? Do you think you have control over what I do with my body? Do you really think that? Do you think that telling me that I'm wrong is gonna change anything? No, you're wasting your time. And you're making this a very lively stream, so thank you very much. I get followers, and you sit at home being miserable. Cutting up and butchering people. You have no idea how this shit works. No idea. Okay, so let's say someone goes in for plastic surgery. Not a trans person, just a person. Ugh, what a dick. Blocking this person. Um, so, so I imagine that you don't stand outside of plastic surgery um, offices and get mad at the men and women and the people that go in to get cosmetic changes to their face or their bodies. Like, do you stand outside there and tell them that they're mutilating their body and they shouldn't, and that's not what God wanted them to do? Do you do that? I don't think you do. I'm just gonna call it. I just keep so what's funny is I'm an effeminate man. So that's why being a feminine woman isn't for me. Um but okay, cool. And I I just don't why would I choose to live a life that's not authentic to me? Why would I do that? For your sake? Fuck you. You're not paying my bills. 1, 2, 3. But tell me, do you stop people from getting plastic surgery who aren't trans? Um, do you stop them from mutilating their body? Man, some people. Because I think you don't. And maybe that should make you reevaluate why this. Okay, you disagree with most surgeries. But do you do anything about it? Do you tell people that you disagree with their surgeries? And what's their reaction when you disagree with their surgery? Curious. Shit, I think I fucked up this route. Yes, in all of my debates I have with people, I voice my opinions on these matters. Okay, and that's all you can do, right? In life, all you can do is voice your opinions, and if people don't take it, then that is that's their business, right? Not yours. The thing is, as adults, as consenting adults, we have autonomy over our own body and what we decide to do with it. It is part of the freedom that we are granted um, in this country. I'm in the US. I don't know where everyone else is. But we have autonomy over our own bodies, and there are bills and things that pass that strips people of certain autonomy of their bodies. And that should be the true concern of yours, is us not being able to freely live how we want to live. If you are living your life, you are not hurting yourself and you are not hurting anyone else. Why is it anyone else's business? I don't understand. I don't understand how someone could be so upset over that. And maybe like, do you try to control everything that the people around you do? Like, I just, I can't understand. I can't empathize with you. And I think that I have a lot of empathy, but I can't empathize made in my 30s. Yeah, I mean, but like, I mean, do you stop people from getting tattoos and piercings? Do you stop that? But whatever ability like, I get to choose what I do with my body. I can weigh. I'm an adult. I can weigh the. My prediction is many people. Actually, that's not statistically true. Look up the statistics. It's not true. There are some people who transition, and okay, I would advise people don't get tattoos. Man, you're just living a life where, like, and you just are trying to control other people. You are so focused on what other people do that you're not looking in the mirror at yourself and saying, is this reasonable? You are acting purely out of emotion, and there's no logic. The stats are there. The stats are there, actually. So do some research. The stats are there. Because I have seen them. I actually went to school for mathematics and statistics. Um, so, and I went into a field that was very heavy in statistics. Like I said, I worked in insurance. Um, and I know that the transition rates are often overinflated for people like you who think that or people like me are doing something wrong. But it's less than half a percent. I think it was 0.1%, if I can remember the number correctly, had like the detransition rate. That's what it was. So your idea, yeah, we've done the most, yeah, in the last year. I mean, that's just because society's become more accepting and people can live their life. 1% of the trans surgeries we do now. I mean, but the trans people existed then. So people get so focused on the surgeries that they forget the quality of life of the people who have these surgeries. And first of all, not every trans person will choose to have these surgeries. So how is the data there? I mean, it's very easy to collect statistical data once procedures are done. And also, there were still surgeries being done 10 years ago, so the data is there. Um, so, I mean, I think you think that the lag in data is more than it is, truly. Um, and yes, there will always be people who do a surgery and have regret. Um, always, in any surgery, they will have regret, but that doesn't make up for the other 99 point, you know, um, 99 percent of people who are happy with their surgeries, does it? You completely erase them and focus on that. So, like I said, not all trans people have surgeries. You're really focused on the surgeries, really, really focus on the surgeries, but the surgeries are a very minor part of the trans existence. Very minor part of the trans existence. And the rest of their life, a lot of people get to experience gender euphoria. And you want to take that away because you're calling it a mutilation of their body. I, like, why would you want to take someone's happiness and fulfillment in life away? I can't understand that. I can't understand that. I like to make other people happy. I like doing things that when I do things that I enjoy. I like when other people enjoy them. It brings me a lot of joy in my life. That's why I do YouTube, because that's all I'm concerned about. Well, that's so minor in the grand scheme of things. So, okay, well, it's not your surgery. So, like, why? Like, why are you this upset about surgeries? It's not your body that they're doing surgery to. No one is making you do surgery that you don't want. If someone wants something to improve the quality of their life, of course they have to weigh the pros and cons. No surgery is without complications, without potential complications, I should say. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that doesn't mean it's not worth it just because there are complications. Just because it's minor doesn't mean the problem when the medical industry preys on people. So you're totally, I mean, if that's your point of view, whatever, but like, it's, you know, I just, I don't know. I barely know what to say, which doesn't happen often. Um, but I will agree that the medical industry is messed up and needs a massive overhaul, in every aspect. You think it's right for some people. It is right for some people. It's not right for everybody. But it's up to a person. A consenting adult can make these decisions and choose how to live their life. They can weigh the pros and cons and they can go do it. That's fair, right? You're trying to take people's right to choose away because you personally have a problem with it. That's a lot of energy for something that doesn't benefit you at all. You know? You know, as um, I think that I focus a lot on the energy I put out. You- you're right. It's freedom of choice. Absolutely. You disagree with my decision. That's fine. It's not your body. That's it. Boom. We just fix it. I think things are a lot simpler. This is just, yeah. Well, just because it's the topic of discussion, big topic of discussion now, doesn't mean that this wasn't happening before this was a big topic of discussion. I think people are more sensitive to the issues now and are learning more and more about um, how to be supportive and affirming to trans people. And there are going to be people out there who don't agree with it. That's fine. You don't have to agree with my decisions. I bet I make a lot of decisions that you won't agree with, but that's my life, and I get to choose that. And I think that you could experience more happiness. I'm just throwing this out there. Maybe it's not true, whatever, but this is just what I think. I think that you would be a lot happier if you focused on yourself rather than what other people do to their bodies. Letting go of some of that control that you feel like you need and just letting people live their lives, you know? Because I know that in the past have had tried to, you know, people have made decisions that I didn't agree with, and I tried to push and push and push and push and push. But I wasn't happy doing that. I felt like I had to parent some people, and then one day I realized that I have that is control that I don't have. It's this pseudo control that I made up in my head, and so I can offer my opinion, and then I can just let them make their. Um, okay, but you're not focusing on yourself if you're telling me what to do. That's just straightforward. Like you're not. I'm telling you, you're not. Because you can believe something, and if something comes along that doesn't agree with your belief, you can fight it or you can accept it, and you're fighting it, and that is a lot of energy. So I just, personally, I've got better things to do than bring other people to a place where they think they're doing the wrong thing. That's not what I do. I I say, hey, I have an opinion. And I also am a recovering unsolicited advice giver. I fully admit I am in recovery for that. But you're telling me how wrong surgeries are. What do you think that is? How does that not connect in your brain? Like, you are telling me. No, you did not tell me to be cautious. You did not tell me to be cautious. You said I should not get a surgery. You weren't saying, hey, there's a lot of complications with surgeries, and just be careful. You could have said that, and I would have said, thank you for your concern. I have been considerate uh, of those possible complications, and I have decided what I want to do with my life. Um, yeah, but like, I mean, you spent like what, an hour trying to tell me how to live my life, so you, you kind of do care. And I hate to break it to you. I hate to be the one to break it to you, but you're kind of showing your hand here, and you're showing that you do care, and you shouldn't. It's just a waste of your energy. And I'm saying, as a what I believe I am a compassionate person, I'm telling you, you're wasting your time. But like I said, I'm a recovering unsolicited advice giver. So what I do, and maybe you can adopt this. Yeah, it's my decision. See, hate to see me get a surgery I regret. What if I regret not getting the surgery? Would you hate to see that? Um, so um, what I do, and maybe this is something you can adopt, maybe you want to try it out, because I realized that I was giving all this unsolicited advice, and it was my wife who, you know, has been the biggest. How do I word it? She's kind of shown me that my unsolicited advice isn't always helpful to people. When I thought, as the goodness of my heart, I am trying to help you. Let me tell you how to fix things from an outsider's perspective. But what I actually was doing was giving unsolicited advice, and um, people don't particularly like that in just like a general sense. So now I ask. I say, people will tell me something, and I say, I've got some opinions. If you want to hear them, I can tell you. And then most of the time, people are very receptive, but sometimes people just want to vent. Sometimes people just want to exist, and you have to let your opinion, you have to hold it back. And that's fine. That's fine. And it's a learning process for me. So that's something I'm working on personally. And it's actually brought me a lot of happiness, because it was really frustrating when people didn't take my opinion and apply it. It was really frustrating. But then I had to realize I literally have no control over that. I literally have no control over another person. They have autonomy. They can make that decision. And so coming onto my channel, telling me all these terrible things about surgery, um, you know, it unsolicited advice. I don't, if you genuinely cared about my health and happiness, preaching to the choir, yeah. I mean, um, I just think that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Um, you know, I just got bigger fish to fry in my life. And I found a lot more happiness just letting people live their lives as they want to. Like I said, if they're not hurting themselves or anyone else, it's not my business. And that's okay. I'm super happy. It's brought me a lot of peace. So I hope it brings you peace. Uh, Genuinely. Um, okay, what was this? So this was. I'm trying to remember this pattern. I haven't looked at it in so long. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've done my research. Hey, Liz. Yeah, I mean, we had some trolls, but we're just talking about things, so welcome in. As I made a lot of yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, but the thing is, like, life isn't about being perfect all the time. Life is, you know, a balance of regrets, acceptance, and finding things that do make you happy, right? All of those are part of everyone's life. So, you know, but when you know yourself and you accept yourself for who you are, it's a joy that I just wish other people could experience. You know, I really do. And that doesn't mean I wish everyone was trans. That's not at all what I mean. I just wish that people could find the joy in their life that I've been able to find because I am now living my authentic self or authentic life or whatever. Thanks. I wish you the best too. Yeah, I mean, I'm always up for a conversation. And I didn't particularly enjoy how this conversation started. I felt like it didn't feel like a conversation, if you know what I mean. But I'm glad we can kind of come to this point, and you know, you like I try to welcome people sharing opinions, even if I don't agree with them, because I think that's how we grow and how we learn. So thank you for continuing to talk to me. Like I said, some parts were a little harder than others, but um, I, um, appreciate you just being able to listen. I mean, that's how we grow. Like I said, I don't know why I'm sweating so much. It's probably a sweater. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, thanks again, Liz, for checking on me. I'm so fortunate to have a lot of friends here on YouTube who truly do care about my happiness and my well being. This has been kind of a trying couple of months with my mental health, and I feel so comfortable on YouTube because I have people who um, support me and love me and um, unconditionally, and that's something that is you know money can't buy, and I'm really fortunate to have so many people who care about me, so I really appreciate that. I don't take that love that's given lightly. It does mean a lot to me, so thank you. Oh, so sweaty, and the AC is broken here, so I am just like I don't know. I like I said in the beginning, I just picked this out because I knew it was clean and like I needed to do like a ton of laundry from treatment and everything. So uh, you know, this is what I got. I'm prepared to do um, a lot of laundry. I got back on Thursday night and was here alone, and then picked up Mel yesterday. Thank you, Liz. I appreciate that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But yeah, picked up Mel, and then we went on a date last night. It was awesome. Um, and my my eating disorder had gotten really bad in treatment, and not really bad, but it just kind of like I was really struggling to eat, even though they made like accommodations for my diet and stuff. Um, but I um, was really happy that that didn't really transfer over to when I got home, because obviously it's not my goal not to eat or to feel nauseous, before I eat or anything like that. So I was able to go out into a crowded restaurant, which I was really nervous about. Sorry for coming in harsh. Good luck with the YouTube channel. Check and see live again. Talk to you more searchers. Well, thanks George for coming in. I always, like I said, I love a good conversation. Even if someone doesn't agree with me, actually, kind of especially if people don't agree with me, because then it gives both of us an opportunity to hear another point of view. So thank you for coming in, and wish you the best. Oh man, so sweaty. And I don't have any eyebrows on. You can see that I'm like, someone called me like, I got so many trolls this live. Um, Someone called me like a dumb egg, egg-headed, like, which I thought was hilarious because like I always joke about how I look like an egg when I don't have my eyebrows on because I'm just like one color all the way down. So it was actually pretty hilarious. So it was a good insult. I really liked it. um, but yeah, so uh, but yeah, lots of trolls, lots of language that I don't approve of. So I had to block quite a few people, which I wish it wasn't like that, but sometimes it is, and you just roll with punches. But um, I feel like I'm coming out of treatment with a much clearer mind. I already have my next step of care lined up, so I start at an IOP, a virtual IOP called Charlie Health. And IOP stands for Intensive Outpatient. So it is 3 days a week, and it's 3 hours, 3 days a week, and you can pick your days. And I've done this program before, and I had great results. But my problem was not maintaining myself, and a lot of things started to slip through the cracks to where I was like barely functional. And I'm ready to like start making changes for the better that not just don't just impact me, but impact my family and my wife, and the people around me, my friends, that with my agoraphobia like getting worse. It's been like the airport was a super challenge. They I asked for wheelchair assistance through the airport, and that actually made things, oh my gosh, like 1,000 times easier. And uh, it it's definitely something that if my agoraphobia continues to be a problem, I will do in the future. I it just you know even with my agoraphobia, I like really wanted to go on this date with my wife, and I knew it was gonna because it's a small restaurant, and it's like, it was a Friday night, so it's pretty crowded, and I knew it was gonna be crowded, but this was the place that we had like the after party for our wedding, because we got married on New Year's Eve, in 2018, and the venue that we had to get out by 11 p.m. So it was like we wanted to like be somewhere to celebrate the new year. So we had this after party at this restaurant. They like shut it down. It was just for us, and it was just such a good time. Um, I got to like actually like hang out with uh, people, with my close friends and my family, and really get to talk to them, because at the wedding you're just like kind of making the rounds, and you don't actually spend that much time talking to people, at least not in my wedding, because there's a lot of dancing. Like, my family loves to dance, so like and I have a pretty big family, so like, and my cousins were there, and like, so like went like out that far in the family tree, and I Mel and I just danced like the whole time, so it was good to just be able to like sit back, have a drink, and hang out with family members, and bring in the new year. It felt perfect. There's not one thing that I would change about my wedding. Mel and I have talked about this. She wouldn't change one thing about our wedding either, and it was just a great time. So this is the first time. Last night was the first time um, in. Uh, that like since we had never been before the wedding, and then, or maybe we went just to see if we can like book it, um but this was the first time since our wedding that we had been back to this restaurant, so I really wanted like a fresh start feeling, to me being back home and ready to kind of like change some of my habits that I've built up, so yeah, so it was really good. It was really good. It turned out better than I expected. Like I said, I was prepared for my agoraphobia to like make me like freak out and shit like that, and but luckily it was crowded in a way that it wasn't like, it was still spacious enough that you kind of felt like it was more private than it was. So that was really nice. I had ahi. No, yeah, I did ahi tuna tacos. Um, because I don't eat a lot of meat anymore, just because of the texture. Um, and Mel had like a hanger steak. Then she got scalloped potatoes, and they were amazing. They're like probably like from like the best potatoes I've ever had, I think, that I can remember. And so we got that. We each had like a cocktail, and then some wine, and I didn't love my cocktail, but I drank it, so that's fine. Um, and then let's see, we had ahi tacos. We had mussels. Like, we went big because like it's like a romantic place for us, and then we don't do a lot of dates, so it just felt like it was like a good thing to do to, as I was coming back. We had mussels. We had a goat cheese salad that was fucking awesome. And it was just a really great night. Um, then we came back home and pretty much immediately fell asleep. We were so like exhausted and just like it was like the kind of full, like, some restaurants like you're full and you leave and you're like, "Bleh," like feel so gross. It was like we were full, but we didn't feel gross. We just felt full, which was really nice. Um, Especially because like in treatment, like I said, I was having a hard time eating, and I like lost weight in treatment, just due to that fact, and um, I uh, it was nice to feel like full, but not overly full. Um, so yeah, that was it. So I'm making a packer. I'm making it in this. This is the color psychedelic. Um, I don't usually use peaches and cream because I like it's the exact same yarn as I think sugar and cream, whatever they sell at Joann. But Joann sells it in jumbos, so I don't have to go out as much, which is nice. But this was kind of like an emergency, like, oh shit, I don't have this yarn and I really need it. So I got like a delivery from Walmart, which was a first for me, but it actually was a pleasant experience. So so yeah. So like if you go to Walmart a lot, the delivery option might be a nice option, and you can like you can like subscribe to it, and then it's like cheaper, and you can get like as many deliveries as you want. You pay like a flat fee. um I don't think that's going to be for me because I think that I would totally abuse that, but if you do go to Walmart a lot, that is nice. um but it was going to be so much quicker than a delivery from Joann, so yeah. But so it's if you look on the Joann app, it's not with the it's not with the main sugar and cream. It's in a different section. It's the sugar and cream ombre, and that's where this is. Which I don't know why, because it's definitely not an ombre, but okay. But yeah, that's where you can find it. It's really bright rainbow, beautiful colors, works up really nicely. Um, Depending on your stitch count, can pull really nicely. So I really like this yarn. Um, I wish I had worked on these in treatment so I could get people their packers when they deserved it. But um, it seems like everyone was cool with me putting my thing on holiday mode or vacation mode. Yeah. They always like scrotum always looks like huge. So just to recap what I did at the beginning of the video. So I have made a couple things recently. I only made like a few things in treatment because it's really hard to get my hands on my yarn. But before I left, I did this bag. So this is a Japanese knot bag. It's got two handles, one short and fat and one tall and skinny. And this is using the zigzag popcorn stitch. Um, and it's a smaller bag than I typically like. Um, but I didn't know what I was making when I started. I started chaining and whatever, multiple. They said, I do have, if you want to learn exactly how to make this bag, I do have a written pattern that you can buy on my Etsy, which is Ian's Weirdo Emporium. I don't know if I have that in my description. But yeah, Ian's Weirdo Emporium. If you want to learn how to make this bag specifically. But if you wanted to learn how to do the stitch, I also did a stitch tutorial before I left. It's not great. I like thrifts and stitches suggested to me when I was just saying that I had like low subscribers and I'm not really moving up or down the food chain. Um, that tutorials do well. So it's like, okay, I'll try to do a couple tutorials. But the thing is, I'm not that great of a crocheter. Let's be honest. Like, I'm not that great. So like, pretty much everything I do is from a pattern from someone else. So like, creating patterns and like doing things where, a new challenge for me. I'm writing a couple other patterns that I didn't really get to work on in treatment, and and uh, that's exciting, but this is my first published pattern. I tried to keep it reasonably priced. Let me actually look at how much I charge for it, um, just so I can be transparent. find it first. Okay, it's not even in there. Shop manager. Okie dokie. Listings. Okay. Sorry, I zoned out totally. I guess I was looking at other stuff, but it's like, oh. Okay. So it is $3.50. I believe everything is still 15% off in my shop. It is, I think, an easy pattern to follow. I did a lot of pictures and described what I did, but you can really take this and adapt it however you want. I will freely admit that my tutorial was not great. Oh, wasn't he that dick? I don't know. I don't remember. Um, well, welcome, Cheesehead. I'm just about to sign off. Just kind of talking about all the things I have going on. So yeah, so this pattern is up on my Etsy. If you're interested in making it, you can make it to whatever size you want. I give the multiple in the pattern, and I also provided it in the tutorial video that I did. So there's that. I wanted to make like a bouquet of flowers. Oh god, I'm gonna try to reach this, but I'm gonna flip my fucking chair. God. Okay. Um, so I wanted to make a bouquet, but I had to like describe specifically what yarn I wanted them to grab from my bag, and it was just fucking. I couldn't remember a lot of the yarns I brought, so I just kind of okay. Yep, Willie's sending everyone. So I just freehanded this flower, and I like the flower itself, but I fucking hate the colors because I just knew I had Halloween colors, so I just asked them to get my Halloween colors, and then I just like I think it could be pretty. Maybe if like I put like a gold in here, and I don't know. I'll figure it out. Then I have this like little green flower that has like a pipe cleaner, like a little sparkly pipe cleaner in it. Like I wanted to make like a bouquet of flowers. I don't know uh, anything about BBC, um, so then I made lavender and I put it on a pipe cleaner. But the thing is, a pipe cleaner, I thought pipe cleaners were stronger than this, but it's super weak, so it just falls and it's like super limp. So, like big butt cock. Yep, yeah. Didn't know they were cursed. Yes, I do cuss a lot. I do cuss a lot. Yeah, I'm a fan. I don't discriminate. Um, so, uh, so yeah, so that's what I made. And then I also made this, I also made, I need more yarn. I ran out of yarn. This is one whole skein of Big Twist, and I thought it looked kind of like, I didn't know what they were called, but Mel told me that like a gilly net, and I kind of feel like it looks like that. Because as most of you may know, that this is the year of the Swamp Witch. So, I thought this was I wanted it. I modified a existing stitch from my stitch book. I modified it to look a little bit more mossy. What if it's a okay? I like what do you what is that? What are you even talking about? Um, yeah. You're wasting your time if you're trying to get a rise out of me, but I will block you. Um, even if you say graping, uh, I don't know what you like. What is your intended response to that? It's fucking stupid. Like, it's fucking stupid. Like, why is that what you like? What do you want? Like, what's your purpose? Like, come on. So I need more of this color because this is a whole scheme of the green big twist, and yeah, I need more of that. It's the color olive. Yeah, I think so too, but I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what to do with that. I don't know what to do with that. Justice for Willie Two Guns. Sorry to offend. I mean, but like, are you sorry to offend? Because like, why would you say it? Like, why would you say it if you think it's offensive and you're gonna be sorry about it? Why? You know, I'm all for using your time wisely, using your time effectively and efficiently, and like, you're not gonna get a rise out of me. So I just like, I'll like, if you're fucking saying shit that's not cool on this channel, like, I'll just block you. Like, I don't know. I don't know what you want. If it needs answering, does it really though? Does it really though? Like, what are you trying to prove? What's your purpose? You didn't realize it wasn't cool. Really, dude? Or person? Like, really? You didn't realize that talking about, like, assuming that, like, you pose this hypothetical situation that, like, I get raped? What the fuck? What was your intention that was pure? Favorite video game? Excellent question. So, I know it's not like the best video game series of all time, but I'm a big Halo fan. That was really what got me into gaming, like, other than like Nintendo games. That's what kind of got me into first person shooters. So I do love a lot of first person shooters. Um, I also like hack and slash games. Like, I was really into Darksiders. Um, it doesn't sound cool. Yeah. See, like, just think about that shit. You know. So so yeah. So those are some of my favorite video games. I haven't played in a long time. I guess I've played Darksiders most recently. I have wait, did I? I guess it was Darksiders. I do like playing Diablo on the console with my, I think it was Diablo 3. Um, and we played that on the Xbox, my wife and I, and it was super fun. Like I said, I just love hack and slash, like fucking button mashing. you know, Halo is kind of a casual, generic sci-fi shooter. How about a real game like Half-Life? I have not played Half-Life. Heard good things. Um, so yeah, I haven't played it. I used to play a lot of video games. I used to actually work at a video game lounge, where like there were just like TVs everywhere and like all types of consoles at each place, and people would like pay for like a certain amount of time, and they could play whatever games they want in our catalog, and we had all kinds of games. Um, so yeah, Halo is just what got me into console gaming for real. Like, so it's more like a nostalgia thing than like a you know, quality of game thing for me. But yeah, I totally love. Okay, okay, cheesehead. um, but yeah, I haven't. So when I went back to school, because my schedule was so crazy, I stopped playing video games, and then I just like never was able to have time to do it. And now that I'm disabled, I do have time to do it, but I just like I don't. Yeah, bro. Like, Yeah, I, yeah. I mean, they apologize. So, I mean, granted, like, I mean, it was fucked up to say, but like, if you could turn around and apologize and be like, I didn't realize how fucked up it was, which I don't know how, but okay, I'll give people the benefit of the doubt one time, and I'll let them say, I see the error of my ways. Um, so, you know, yeah, it was fucked up. Called him out. He said, I didn't mean to offend. And I was like, how did you not mean to offend? You, that's super offensive. Yeah, but yeah, so like I said, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. You apologize. You're not talking like that anymore. You know, it's we can move on, but just just know that shit like that will not fly in the future. Because I don't like that type of language, or I just don't tolerate it. Um, if people say they're sorry and move on, we can move on like adults. But you just got to realize it's fucked up. Yeah, yeah. I'm in the South. I unfortunately see have seen and continue to see inherent racism in a lot of places, and it some of these things were so covert, growing up, that I didn't even realize they were racism. But um, we're past that point where it's gonna work on this channel. It never would have worked on this channel, but like it's definitely not now. So yeah, I appreciate the apology. We'll move on, and we'll be better tomorrow. That's just got to get better every day. That's all you got to worry about. So so yeah. Um, okay, who the fuck is Willie? Like, people who are like, Willie sent me. I don't know who Willie is. Then we started talking about Halo. I don't know who Willie is, frankly. I think that was one of the trolls that I blocked, but I'm not sure because someone said something about Willie, and I was like, okay, like, but like I don't remember, the exact people that I uh I blocked, but Willie Two Guns was murdered by. Okay. Yeah, I don't know any of this shit. Yeah, Ro, I think, this has been a long stream for me. I don't tend to go much past an hour. I don't want this to turn into a fight. If someone says something fucked up, gets called out, and apologizes, um, then we're gonna move on. I will remove people and as necessary, and we're just gonna remain civil. So I'm gonna end it so this doesn't go any further. Please just go to your respective corners and just, you know, work on you. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing, because we're gonna be fine. I look forward to seeing you all later, and I like let's just be better tomorrow than we are today. Okay. I love you all. I'll talk to you later. Bye.